Georgia on the logo, celebrating back-to-back Nats. Perfection wears red and black tonight. 15-0. The Dogs have done it and won a second consecutive national.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Not again.
Georgia on the logo, celebrating back-to-back Nats. Perfection wears red and black tonight. 15-0.
Georgia 4 yards from an SEC championship. First down. ETN in the I formation. They hand it to him. Touchdown! Georgia SEC champions!
Sigue Ringo, corta dentro, Ringo, touchdown! Georgia! Flea flicker to get the night started. Downfield looking for Godwin, into his hands, and guess which dogs are barking first? Uga, get after it!
Sonny Michel will send the Dogs home to the championship game!
And Bobo throws that thing in the end zone, and yes! Touchdown! Touchdown in the goal line!
Georgia Bulldogs bludgeon their way to back-to-back. Glory. Georgia, as the fight song says.
This is our love for each other. 1 + 1 = what? 3. We are better together and we are connected.
This is Robert Iron E. Singleton, a.k.a. D-Dog from The Walking Dead, or Alton from The Blind Side, and you are watching Respect the Hedges on the Fan Addict Sports Network. All right, guys, go Dogs, sick 'em.
Georgia on the logo, celebrating back-to-back Nats. Perfection wears red and black tonight. 15-0.
Welcome in, Respect the Hedges family and Dog Nation. Was having a little technical difficulties, but we got through it. Hey, we in here, man, to talk more dog football. Y'all know the season coming up, man. Listen, last week we brought y'all a good show, man. We wasn't a fully functional staff, but we got all our guys in here, all my toys to play with tonight, so it's going to be a banger of a show. We're going to go ahead and get this thing started tonight. We're going to be talking about the Gunnar Stockton Era beginning at QB1, early depth chart thoughts, and some freshman standouts that we think will make some contributions to the season this year. Before we get started, as always, we're presented by the Tailgate Kings. Welcome in. Like I said, it's Respect the Hedges, part of the Fan Addict Sports Network. I'm your boy, Coach I. That's right, man. We're here to talk some Dogs, man. Without further ado, we're going to bring the guys up and get this thing pumping, man. First up, former DB at Georgia, Eric Robinson. What's going on, E-Rob?
Coach, what's happening, baby, man?
What's going on?
Hey, look, man, I'm happy to be back in the Robinson home studio because last week I was on the road, man. We had the family down at the beach. I don't know if y'all could tell, but I was sitting on the balcony doing the show, and I damn near passed out, bro. I lost about 7 pounds sitting out there. It was so damn hot. So I got the AC pumping. Let's talk some dogs.
Let's talk some dogs. That's right. Hey, I can tell, man. I can tell. But hey, you came through in the clutch, so you know what I'm saying. All right, let's bring up our next dog, man. This I got former wide receiver Shawty Parker. What's going on, Shawty?
Gentlemen, what's happening?
Hey, man, another night to talk dog football. You know how it is.
That's what's up. Happy to be back for another week, man. I'm happy to get into this depth chart a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I know we're getting in right before fall camps and things may change. So all we can do is prognosticate. You know what I mean?
Like we do.
Yeah. But yeah, happy to be here, man. Happy all the crew back, man. Let's go. Let's get it.
That's right, man. Next up, former tight end is Mr. Javaris Johnson. What's going on, JV?
There he is.
You on mute. Wouldn't be alive without a mute.
Come on, JV. We vets at this now. Come on, dog.
4 years in, man.
Hey, just like, you got to come in for me. Hey, say today, CA, former wide receiver Corey Allen. You know what I'm saying? You come to Georgia. You come to
Make
Georgia,
sure
football is a career.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do
you
it.
stay ready. You got to get ready. I just wanted to make sure I'm in there. Glad to be here, Coach, man. I like the new intro and the new graphics. I see we spending money. Maybe we'll talk about it off air, but somebody getting some. Shout out to Coach.
Hey, shout out. I appreciate it. JB, you with us now, dog? We bring in Cool Cal, the coolest fan in the land.
Let's go, JB.
Cool Cal, what's up?
Hey, what it do? What it do?
Let's get it together, baby.
So I think the problem that JB is having is like when the show is starting up, what people don't know behind the scenes is you got to tap the screen a couple times, because it come up with like a little mute or something. But I think this time you had to hit it 3 times, and I think he forgot that third time to tap the screen.
Well,
but he'll get it in a minute.
Facts. How you feeling tonight, Cal?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm excited. It's that time of year again, right before the season starts. It's like the training camps are opening up. The everything is coming together like it always does, man. Another exciting season. Can't wait to see what the Dogs look like this year. So, ready to talk about it. Let's get it.
Let's get it. JV is with us. What's going on, JV?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you now.
There
we go.
There you go.
Hey, man.
Gonna make an interest one way or another.
Man. I'm gonna have to give you one of those 18-wheeler joint stats. But moving on, man. Listen, I'm ready to get into it tonight. I'm excited about the Dogs. I'm excited to talk about. Of course, I know we're gonna talk about our depth chart, and we're gonna talk about some of the elephants that have been residing in the social media rooms and the conversations surrounding recruiting and whatnot. So, man, let's just jump into this thing tonight.
Big facts, man. Big facts. Let's say a shout out to some Dogs that's already up in the building with us. Y'all already know First Lady in the house, Shelby Allen. Good. Go Dogs. What's going on, First Lady? Appreciate you getting up here. I got Steve in here. Let's go on, Steve.
Let's go. Break it up.
Right. Stat guy in the building. What's going on, Stat? Appreciate you jumping in, my guy. Lance B in the building saying go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
That's right, man. Listen, man, we got a full staff in here today. We're ready to take on whatever comes our way, man. And the first thing up, we're going to jump right into it. No beating around the bushes. The Gunnar Stockton Era. Gunnar Stockton was one of the chosen people to go to the SEC Media Days. But Kirby says the race is still on for QB1. But Gunner's shown a lot of leadership. That's why he came. JV, your thoughts on if Ryan even has a position? I don't think so, but I think Gunnar is our QB1, and then we can talk about that. JV, you think Ryan Puglisi got a shot at QB1 in fall camp?
JV that kicked in, man.
Yeah, it's JV and Tokyo.
You got to put some more quarters in that game, man.
Yeah,
let's go, JV.
What we doing?
What's happening now?
Take up this snack, E-Rob. What you doing?
Four leadership cues.
I ain't gonna do that to
What
him.
we doing? Right. Listen, Kirby said he ain't naming no starter like he normally does. And the quarterback race is still open. I don't believe it.
Coach, you should have started out with a tight end. He might would have heard him.
Yeah, he heard all that. He'll still be talking.
Point. You'd have started out with Lawson Lucky, boy. He would have been all in.
Your thoughts on it, E-Rob? QB1.
Yeah, I think it's a foregone conclusion who's going to be the starter for Georgia. And I think Gunnar is built the right way. You can go ahead and name him the starter. I think he's still going to do what it takes to lead this team, to be the guy to put in the work that it's going to require for this upcoming season. So go ahead, whatever, say what you need to say, because we built this whole program on competition. So we got to always kind of stoke that fire a little bit. But Gunnar's going to be the starter. He should be the starter. Let's go, Gunnar. Let's get it. A lot of people doubting him, but I'm not one of those doubters. I think he's going to play well this year.
Right. Puglisi is, a talented young guy, shouted. And I think Kirby does these kind of things. It's the portal era, man. You got to make these guys feel like they got a shot. Not that I think Puglisi's leaving or nothing, but do you agree with that sentiment, or you think maybe he can play his way into some snaps early in the season?
Oh, well, it's always a possibility, he is on the roster for a reason. They didn't go in the portal to get another quarterback, so they obviously feel very good about the young man. But, another reason why Kirby probably doing it, this whole tongue-in-cheek dance, you don't want to let nobody know who you putting out there so they can prepare for him. You know what I'm saying? So that's all. It's an age-old game. They always do that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because if he come out and say Gunnar the starter, then, they're going to go ahead and prepare for Gunnar. You know what I'm saying? So you just kind of do that to, just kind of keep a little smoke screen up. But I think it's a foregone conclusion, as E-Rob said, that Gunnar's going to be the starter, because I'm sure he's getting probably 80% of the starter reps in practice.
Yep.
Right. Shout out to Mama getting in the chat. Say go Dogs. We appreciate you.
Oh, Allen family up in that thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's what I'm talking about.
Appreciate the support. That's right.
Hey, First Lady say the fact that her and Steve watching from two separate rooms so they can both comment. We appreciate y'all getting them comments.
We all in.
We all in. Well, I think we all think Gunnar pretty much is going to be that starter QB1 CA. Your thoughts on Gunnar taking over the helm under this Mike Bobo pro-style offense, and what Bobo might have in store for him?
I have no idea what Bobo's going to do with him. I don't know if he's going to use, that athleticism and try to keep him on the perimeter. I know we want to focus on running the ball, so I'm not sure what he's going to do. That's the trick of it all, to be honest with you, because he's got options. I think he's got a lot to choose from because Gunnar's been in the system for so long. But to dictate or to predict how he might use him, I'm not certain yet, because I think that might change throughout the season. How he's going to start him off, I need to see him throwing the ball from the pocket. That's my preference. What Kirby said about competition, I call bullshit. You ain't never took nobody down to SEC Media Day and then start him. I don't know. Right. Maybe I'm wrong. But, hey, I hear him. He just, he had something to say and he wanted to get it off. But Gunner's going to actually, he's going to have the opportunity. We all know that. It will be up to him to maintain the job, because what Puglisi did see was that you got to, if you don't stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. The opportunity can come up where you might be forced to play, whether it be early or late. So we enjoy competition at every position. That won't change just because Gunner's got the job, but I do think it's Gunner's job to lose.
Right. I'll let you get in there. You probably feel like we do on the whole Kirby and SEC Media Day. Say it's still a competition, and also your thoughts of Gunnar starting his new era in this Mike Bobo offense.
Yeah, I agree, man. CA hit a lot of good points, and I just wanted to kind of mention too. I think his comments weren't for Stockton. I think they were for the other quarterbacks. Y'all keep pushing, keep getting better. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, you never know when the opportunity comes. We can go out there and, the first half of a game, he could twist an ankle. He could, hurt. Yep. Anything can happen. So don't take on just being a backup. Prepare like you're going to be the starter and keep getting better. So I think that was for the other quarterbacks to continue to get better as well. But we all know, like CA said, who the hell goes to SEC Media Days and they're a backup? Like you said, he's shown great leadership, and that's probably the number one thing a quarterback has to have is obviously you got to have great leadership. So he's been in the program, man, for 3-4 years. It's his time now. Let's see can he seize the opportunity, because you're not going to have a better roster than you're going to have in Athens, Georgia.
Right. JB, we'll let you wrap this up, and also add in if you think Gunner's we're going to use Gunner's feet, because sometimes, when you become QB1, they don't use your feet as much. But like Shawty said, we got Puglisi. We ain't go get nobody out the portal. Maybe they we can run Gunner because we got a competent backup.
Yeah.
On
not again.
All right.
Hey, Coach, you ain't never did that.
Coach, just real talk. It ain't even necessarily. I ain't saying we got to necessarily run Gunner. Yeah. But we got to add some run type of things into the offense just to take advantage of that run ability. So they're just even we run a lot of zone read. Sometimes let's have them just keep the ball. I don't give a damn, just keep it.
Well,
so you can
pull somebody out in front. Yeah.
Right. So you can become a threat. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think we're gonna put them in, in harm's way. It's just football. You take a hit and get hurt. It's football. We can't protect you like that. But just to your point, I ain't saying we got to run him, 15, 18 times a game, but I want him to definitely be a threat
Hey, Coach.
Yeah,
I got something to say on that.
Jump in there.
So I don't know necessarily about. I don't think we're gonna run him, crazy like that. But in terms of using his legs, I think that we're gonna coach him. Bobo's gonna coach him in a way: 1, 2, run. Not 1, 2, try to get to 3 and 4. 1, 2, and then run. You know what I'm saying? Use your legs that way. Dog, don't try to get to number 3. Damn that. Run. You know what I'm saying? And then they got to start. Then they got to do something. That makes the defense have to do something. And here's the thing. Here's why I'm confident with Gunnar. The 1 and the 2, he looks in the right place. I'm watching him. His head is in the right place. So that's a good start. 1, 2, runs. Don't try to get to 3 and do all that mess there. That's what got Carson ass in trouble. 1, 2, run.
Sound like a Jalen Miro playbook to me. I mean,
no. You
said like let's just make a decision and get downhill. Let's make a decision and get downhill then, because you got some people in front of you that want to block.
Don't bring Jalen Miro.
I totally agree.
Him.
Well, listen, the book. I just want the book.
But when you do that too, guys, you know what I'm saying? Then what we doing in the field, we can't be mad at the play calling, because at that point we dumbing it down. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, one of the things we gotta look at as well is, man, we got a new group up front. So that's a big equation. How is that group gonna protect? Is he going to have the chance to get to some other options? Again, he's been in the program 3-4 years. Everything should be wide open for him. He just hasn't obviously played in the game, but you've been in the same system for the last few years. You got to be ready to play. I don't think there should be any dumbing down of anything. But to Shawty's point, I like to have the variety of some of the run game. Let's pick up some of the first downs when it's 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. He has the opportunity to go out there and keep some drives alive, which I think that wasn't Beck's strength. Obviously, his strength was his arm, but I like Stockton being able to come in there and maybe keep some drives alive, more like a Stetson Bennett. You know what I'm saying? I think that's more of his mold, and I think if we can get that, and obviously the receiver, we got a lot of ifs on offense this year. Receivers got to catch the damn ball. That's another thing. So if those things happen, I think that it'll be a smooth transition for him. But obviously, he's not going to come in, carry the offense, sling it all over the place. We're going to need contributions from everybody.
Right. I think I don't think it's necessarily more dumbing down. I think it's kind of like what E-Rob said. It's more of not doing too much. It's okay, you got first read, you got second read. Let's not try to complicate this thing, because a lot of times in Carson's situation last year, he was trying to get to the 3rd, 4th, even then the 5th. It's like, it's crazy that E-Rob brought it up. Me and Stat Guy was talking the other day, and I was like, I hope that's what Mike Bobo do. I hope he tell him after the second read, like, just get us
they're such different players too. You know what I'm saying? Like they like different point guards. Carson, that was his strength to sit in there. I think we all know that's one of Stockton's best abilities is running. You know what I'm saying? He almost got his head torn off in that Texas game. So, he ain't afraid to run the ball and stick his nose up in there.
Right. JB, you with us, dog?
Y'all let me know. Am I back?
You back.
We got you. Here we go.
Let's talk right in real quick.
Hurry up, get it off.
Dang.
Get up in here and just stop and talk, JB.
Empty the clip.
Give us a couple first downs before you get took out the
game. Y'all tripping.
I heard a whole lot of good stuff while I was experiencing this evening, and you guys have hit a lot of stuff right on the head. You've been very accurate with your depictions and your perspectives of Gunnar Stockton. I just think that, man, when it comes down to it, he has been around a long time. The Bullets haven't necessarily been live around him, though. And with a team that has so many new faces from the outside to inside, I mean, realistically, the backfield too, because even the guys who have been around a while, they've been hurt. They ain't been playing. Yeah. You got to just really understand what this offense is. And I think we have a formidably good matchup to start the season off with, right? Marshall isn't they're not a true directional school. Marshall normally has some kind of talent. So with us being able to go up against a squad like that, put some type of talent on the field, get Gunnar out there and get him acclimated to these live bullets that are going to be flying, because it come at us fast and furious early in the year, especially once we get past those first two teams. It's going to be necessary. And I hope Mike pushes him to be comfortable in the places where he's not comfortable, right? His arm. I want to see him get a little bit comfortable with his arm, because we know he can run. That's where his comfort probably is.
Yeah, I'm with that. I definitely want to see. I would like to see more passing in the lesser games. If he wants to throw it 30 times, then let's do that against Marshall. Let's do that against Marshall. But once we get to Tennessee, I need that to lower down to about 22 to 25 times.
16.
And
I think that's the sweet spot.
Hey, somewhere between 20 and 25. Like if Gunnar's throwing for 27, I can guarantee 27, 30.
17 and 22. Not because I don't like it on, but they just let me know our running game doing what it's supposed to do, and we throwing the ball when we want to throw the ball. You know,
that's true. We can't have that damn running game we had last year. We had a running game that we had last year. Man, we gonna lose 4 or 5 games. Like we gonna be in bad shape if we out there with him, and we can't run the ball. That's gonna be the problem. We gotta be able to run the football and to keep the defense honest. Like we can't go out there and sling it 50 times a game.
But that's why Gunnar is so important.
Go ahead.
I mean, because last year we had a quarterback who was throwing 3 damn interceptions a game, and we was somehow winning. Gunner's not gonna he's not gonna be that guy.
If he's
we acting like
Carson
played good last year. No,
if he's throwing 50 times a game, no, that's my point. Like we couldn't run the ball, so we just
we had to throw it.
Okay.
We had to. That's
what I mean by that. Like, we gotta have some balance.
Even with the interceptions, honestly, we all know when we went into the game, our best option was to throw the ball. Like we wasn't gonna beat anybody old school, you know what I'm saying? Even trying to assault the game away in the fourth quarter, you know what I'm saying? We couldn't even do that. And that's one of the reasons we brought in Josh McCray, which we'll talk about, here in a minute with the depth chart, because we couldn't get 3rd and 2 running the ball. We was throwing screens on 3rd and 2 or doing pop passes or end arounds because we couldn't just run right at somebody. And that had a lot to do with the offensive line, not just the running backs, but we didn't have those body types, like Shawty said, in the backfield with Trevor Etienne and Nate Fraser. Home run hitters, but they ain't just gonna be. If you go back and watch the tape, they ain't break a whole bunch of tackles. Let's just say that. I mean, on occasion they did, but hopefully we have something a little different with that. And that's what we're going to move into with this depth chart, man. Early depth chart thoughts. Let's start on the offense, E-Rob. I'll start with you, my guy. Your thoughts on this depth chart, man. I mean, we got a lot of new pieces, like Cal said. We got a lot of ifs or hopefuls or something like that. We got some new pieces on that offense, man.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get into that. So we'll talk about the first line, but the second line, I'm looking at the second line of players. Our second string is so young. It's freshman, sophomore, freshman. So those guys have to get ready to play. I think that our frontline players, when we talk about Kobe Young, Zachariah Brands, Dylan Bell, all these guys have played a lot of football. A lot of, the offensive line, there's junior, senior, junior, redshirt. So they've been in the program for a while. A lot of them hadn't played a lot. So I feel good about the ones. I'm worried about the depth. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about that depth, it's going to be young players, and they're going to have to step up, if they're called upon. So that's the first thing that jumped out to me.
I got you. CA. Now we got this for the people out there watching, man. We appreciate y'all getting in, whether y'all on Tailgate Kings Facebook, Fanatic, YouTube, Respect the Hedges YouTube, Just My Damn Opinion YouTube. We appreciate all y'all. Make sure y'all hitting that like button, hit the bell notification so you know when we pop up as well. CA, looking at this depth chart here, man. We got Our Lad, this is from ourlads.com. They're pretty accurate each year in projecting depth charts and keeping it up to date throughout the year. We got the first, second, and third string here. Any surprises to you in this depth chart, or is it kind of status quo?
It's primarily status quo, Coach. I look at the wide receiver spot first, just because you know what I'm saying. I tried to do that. I did expect Noah Thomas over Dylan Bell, and I expect Dylan Bell in the slot. So I see we got a lot of combinations as far as what we might be able to do at wide receiver. I'm anxious to see who steps up and is ready to take the lead in that spot, because we got a quarterback that's going to need to know he can rely on somebody out there. And, you know, we got a lot of options. So the receiver position is always going to be intriguing to me. But I think, you know, the focus of what we've been talking about, it seems like to me, the whole show is what we're going to do in this run game. And I look at the offensive line. I see the biggest opportunity right there. We got a lot of talent, a lot of guys that we've talked about. But I think there are a few guys that can take a step up. Calhoun can be better. Drew Bobo can be better. If those guys actually step up on my offensive line and give us what we need, all this shit is so much easier. Everything becomes easier. It just pulls pressure from every position on the field, because it helps with time of possession and allows Gunnar to develop slowly. I want to see Gunnar come out and be a stat guy early, but not because he has to, because we can. Because when it comes time to really, go against these big wigs, we probably are going to have to be a bit more reserved, and then he's going to have to make big plays. But it's all going to be dictated by what kind of protection do we have? What kind of holes are we opening up? I'm glad we got McCray, because we ain't had a back over 200 pounds do nothing in a while. And we do need that bruiser.
They all hurt.
Whether it's chipping. Exactly. They come in there big muscled up and can't get through a year. That don't mean nothing no more. I want to see some productivity out of every position. But I'm really focused on the offensive line and how this mix develops, Coach.
Oh, man, good answer, man. I'm out here like D-Wade throwing it to LeBron, man. I wanted you to talk about what Thomas and Dylan Bell. You went right there. Hey, JB, looking at this depth chart, man, we got first, second, and third string projections, man. Any surprises or somebody you would like to see move up in this depth chart that we got right here?
I'm going to say this, Coach. Along with the young guys, of course, we know they have to go in the camp and prove themselves. But we got some old guys that need to do some hard resets. You know how you used to hit the hard reset button on your computer. not the power button. You talking about holding down Control Alt Delete. And you kill all the apps first, then you put the entire electronic mainframe down.
Go on to the taskmaster.
Yes, sir. I got guys that I need to get a hard reboot on and see if last year was who they truly were, or if who they were a few years ago really is the player that they are. The person that I had the most confidence in out of everybody on this page right now, and it didn't even start out like that last year with this guy, is going to be Oscar Delp.
I knew you was going to say that.
Okay. Oscar Delp,
I ain't mad at it.
I mean, and so I need Ernest Green to come to Page and Ernest Green. I need you to show up with your full suit on. I need you to show up with your shoes tied, your boots tied up. We ain't wearing shoes. I need the folks who behind you to see that you gonna be the guy that was Ernest Green from 2 years ago. I need Dylan Bell to step it up, not from last year, but from 2 years ago. And I know it comes along with his usage and stuff too, but there were some big moments where I really had lost a lot of confidence in what I was getting out of Dylan Bell, and it wasn't like that before. So, Coach, for me, it's the guys who have already logged some time, and you also gotta think. I mean, LeBron, D. Wade, and Chris Bosh didn't win it their first year, man, and they was all talented, right, on the same team. They have to get on the same page and become a cohesive group, because the SEC is a gauntlet right now, and we got so many talented ones at the single positions. We need these guys to play as a cohesive unit. So I'm looking at these guys who already been there more so than I'm looking at the young guys to contribute, because the young guys will take the lead of guys who are showing up. That's what I feel.
I like all of what you just said. Shout out to Trojan Fight for getting in, our resident Southern Cal fan. We appreciate you getting in with us tonight, my guy. E-Rock, JB just kicked a lot of knowledge right there, man. Brought some good points following CA. What's your thoughts on this first, second, and third string? Thoughts on it overall?
Well, again, man, I just the youngness of the second and third teams is just the thing that stands out to me. Those guys gonna have to be ready to play. I can't reiterate that enough because of what happened last year. We was banged up on the offensive line like all year. So my focus is gonna be that on that second line, the Jamal Merriweathers, the Michael Unis, the Marcus Harrison, Bo Hughley. Those guys got to be ready to play. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to get an opportunity because somebody's going to get their leg fell on. That's going to happen. You got to go out there, and it can't be a drop off. We still got to be able to run the ball. We still got to dominate the line of scrimmage. So that's my focus. Because if we do that again, everything else just magically works. So.
Shawty, those wide receivers, man, and CA brought it up. I kind of thought I might see Noah Thomas out there. We go with 2 X's out there. But they got Dylan Bell right there, and then I heard a lot about London Humphreys in the spring. What's your thoughts on these wide receivers, man? Even back down to depth chart number 3.
Well, it really doesn't surprise me, Coach. I don't know if you remember, we had a show early in the year, and I was like, if I'm already in the 2 set,
yeah,
how you gonna take me out the 2 set and I can't be in the 3 set? So I figured Dylan Bell would be starting at the Z. That's really not no surprise to me based off the depth chart. But what I am surprised about, and you guys can maybe help bring me up to speed, where's Talon Taylor?
There was
he had the number 4 slot with me.
But that's kind of my point.
At the Z right, Cal.
Z.
Yeah. So, but so it could be a numbers game, but that's kind of my point. I just thought that would be one of the few freshmen that would be able to come in and possibly help us out. But at this point, looking at the depth chart,
you know what you think that means, Thad?
Fair enough. Okay, I'm just going off the depth chart. I just at least wanted to see him on the depth chart.
What do you think that means?
That he's not on there?
Yeah. What do you think the reason might be?
I think the young man obviously may be having a problem learning the offense.
I think it might be the physicality.
Can't block. I would say can't block. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to go back into that, but one of the things I talked about when I love this kid and I saw this kid, and it speaks to a bigger part of the game, is that 7-on-7 and stuff, as great as it is at developing kids, that's not with pads. You don't play the same with pads. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody try to tell you. And he was a flag
football. Yeah.
But that was it's just a different game. You don't run the routes the same speed, but it's a different game. And maybe it don't caught up to him is what I'm getting at. I don't know. You just asked me a question. I'm just giving you my opinion.
I got you.
But what I will say is I think Erod touched on the main thing that I want to talk about in the depth chart, which is normally not my style, but it's the offensive line. Our first 5 offensive linemen I love. We're a little bit small in the middle, but I like him. I like him. I hope he can hold up. But it's the backup guy. We generally come into season where we have rotated 7, 8 offensive linemen. They got game experience. Literally, the backup unit, they don't have no starts. They have 2 or 3 games played, but no starts. Right? That's what I'm saying. I mean, no starts. So this is a situation where someone goes down, we're truly going to be bringing in a young guy with virtually no experience, and that scares me on the offensive line because we're normally being stocked at that position at least 7, 8 deep.
At least 7, 8 deep. Yep.
Right. Cal, I'm going to get you in here, and you can talk about the O-line or whatever you want to, but I'm looking at that, even in the starters, I'm looking at that right guard spot because Daniel Calhoun ain't had no starting snaps. He might have had some blowout snaps, and we ain't had too many of them last year, but that whole line ain't really got no experience. So, Cal, you talk about depth chart. I will touch on that O-line too because it's definitely a major key to our season this year.
No, I'm starting right there. I don't feel as confident as some of the other guys here about the starting offensive unit. What sticks out of my mind, the last memory I got, Monroe Freeland was getting his ass kicked. That's the last thing that sticks out of my mind right now.
Ernest Green.
Let's go out there and do what we want to do. Those are the type guys that we got to play week in and week out in the SEC. And those were Notre Dame defensive ends. So I think he's got a lot to prove at that left tackle for us right now. Well, right tackle, JV Hill.
I will say this. Notre Dame defense was number 2 in the nation. So I'm just gonna put that caveat out there.
That is wonderful.
They're very good.
What all I'm saying is my last memories, he got his ass kicked. That's
He
what
did.
I'm saying.
He did.
If the last game that we went out there, let's put it this way: the last game that we saw Gunnar Stockton and he threw 3-4 interceptions, none of us would be feeling good about him right now. If that was our last impression. That's what happened with Freeland last game. So I'm just saying I don't feel great about him right now. He's talented. He came in highly rated, but I'm just saying I don't feel great about him. Ernest Green. JD already hit the point. I feel the same way with him. Ernest Green, you got a lot to prove this year. You weren't dominant as you were 2 years ago. And so with Calhoun, again, a red shirt freshman, he's a huge guy, 6'6", 6'7", playing guard, so that's another thing. He's a really big, tall guard. So, we got some questions on that offensive line right now. Hopefully it kind of comes together and becomes a really good unit, but I'm not so sure right now we have an alpha dog or two on that offensive line. And that's where we're going to need a lot of work right now.
Hey, I think all good points. Definitely inexperience, and that's why we're talking about this youth movement. We got 54% of our roster is freshmen or first or second year players in the system.
That's crazy.
So none of those are starters except for KJ Bolden. But like Shawty said, and a couple of y'all said earlier, we're going to need them to step up. We're going to need them to play at some point.
But one more point that I am gonna make, man. I was looking at, obviously we would all agree, us, Texas, Bama, cream of the crop of the SEC. We would say that, right? Okay.
Right.
So all three of the schools, we're breaking in new quarterbacks, a lot of young, talented guys. We have some of the same sort of issues coming into the season, as far as bringing in new guys at quarterback. Texas had to reload their offensive line. They're kind of in the same position that we're in. Bama's coming with a new quarterback, so there's a lot of change in that area. So, we're going to start to see the teams, how talented they are. All these recruiting classes that start to stack up, are they going to be able to come together, you know what I'm saying, while those young quarterbacks build on the season and get better? So I think that's going to be something interesting because some of the other teams, LSU, the South Carolinas, some of those teams, they got their quarterbacks coming back, but they don't have the rosters that we have. So I think that's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out this year.
I'm definitely down with
Great
that.
point, dude.
Everybody in the comments, if you got questions or your thoughts on the early offensive depth chart, let us know in the comments and we'll get to them. Right now, we're going to move on to the defense. So this is the defense. Like I cut it off on this website, our last that I had posted in our chat. You actually can see the depth chart number 4, but I was like, those guys are still fighting to get to number 3. So no need to take up screen time with those guys. That way, it makes the print bigger too. So
hey, Taylor's on before.
Right, he is. He's on 4. That's what I was saying. He is on 4. Yeah, but I'm like that guy.
That's too far down the damn list.
Right. and listen, think about this. If you third or fourth string and we run the ball as successfully as we want to, that means and not pass as much, that means maybe not a lot of guys at that wide receiver spot get a lot of rotation. Maybe we got 4 or 5 guys and that's it, and they gonna block real good. And I think if I had to guess, that would be why I think Taylor is further down than CJ. CJ's body type says he should be able to block. I watched some of his high school film. He was real physical. So he's on the 3rd string as opposed to Taylor. Taylor, his body, he ain't got that same body type. So I would say blocking might be holding him from moving up the depth chart, but it could be a number of things. So I'm gonna let you jump this one off, Cal. Defense, man. Hey, we got some guys. Everybody that don't know, everybody in blue played last year. Everybody in orange or yellow, whatever color coming through on your TV is a transfer, and everybody in purple are true freshmen.
Yeah. Good key.
Should have been said that, Coach.
My bad.
Yeah.
Defense.
Cal, give us your thoughts.
First thought is, man, I don't, normally have too many words about the defense. I feel the same way again this year. The defense at minimum is going to be a top 15 defense nationally, but obviously has the potential to be much better than that. So, we start with the line of script. Hey, Christian Miller, it's your time, baby. It's
Yep.
your time. You know what I'm saying? To have that kind of year. You know what I'm saying? So I think that if he can stay healthy, he can have that kind of all SEC, all American kind of year. I think that's obviously going to be a big help, So that's the one thing. The linebackers, man, I think the linebackers are excellent. I think there's really good depth at linebacker. I think the young guys, especially I look at Chris Cole, Justin Williams, those guys. Listen, man, anywhere else in the country, they be starting.
Oh,
So
for
I think
sure.
that's a testament to the guys that are playing in front of them. I think that's keeping that edge on, keeping CJ Allen better. Because Raylan Wilson, you got guys right behind you. They get in the game, you might not see the field again. So, I think the defense will be fine. I like the defensive backfield. Again, I think we got some nice senior leadership back there. Also with some young guys, but that left cornerback position, I still think is interesting with Harris and Robinson. How much better has Robinson gotten? That's one of the things that I'm looking forward to kind of see how that continues to play out as well. That left cornerback.
Steve gets in and says he thinks CJ Allen is going to be the key to this defense. Shaw, do you agree? And also anything that stands out to you about the defensive depth chart?
Well, just for Steve question, I mean, I definitely think he's going to be an important part. But me personally, I'm more at about the people who are going to be in front of him. Those three guys that's going to be in front of him. I think Christian Miller, to Cal's point, has a great opportunity every time he get on the field and I see film, he kind of pops off to me. He's one of the guys that pops off the film to me. So to see him in full-time duty, I definitely think he has a chance to make a huge impact. All the first three guys on the front of the line. But what I want to say is just going off the color-coded things, as you can see, man, it just shows you, when you play defense, especially at Georgia, we're going to be rotating more guys. And that's clearly what that shows. I mean, you got a guys all 1 through 3 in terms of the depth chart that has some type of experience. So the defense, it has the opportunity to rotate more guys on the front, linebacker, and the secondary. So other than that, man, I like what we have, especially the first 11. Then I like what we got probably 11 through 16 after that. And that just goes to show you, I'm saying? I'm going to take a shot at Kirby on this. But that lets you know you got a defensive coordinator type of guy as a head coach, because look at all this experience and playtime on defense, but the offense is totally different. That's just a shot at Kirby, but I don't really mean nothing bad about it.
Big fast. JB, your thoughts, man? We do have a couple of key transfers in there. Elo Mendoza coming from Army, Zion Branch, the brother of Zachariah Branch, coming from USC, and Adrian Maddox coming over from UAB. And then Jaden Harris back there on the third string a safety coming over from Miami. Your thoughts on the 3 deep here at Georgia on the defense?
Yeah, man. I feel like we should be formidable this year. Like Shaw just pointed out, we got a lot of guys that have played some football that are coming into this year that realistically should be making a mark and putting their name on the SEC, all SEC teams. And so when you look at all these players, man, you look at our first string, we got a lot of older guys. And then you can just see the regression in the years, though, right? You got juniors and seniors in the starting 11. Then you got mainly sophomores and freshmen. And you got pretty much all freshmen with the exception of Jaden Harris in the third string. What that tells me is that, man, those rooms are competitive. And when you are out there, these guys that have been able to lock this time in, these guys that have gotten these live bullet types of competition plays, they are the guys that are showing improving in this defense, because realistically, Kirby's defense is not, or we say Kirby's defense because we all know it's Kirby's defense. Kirby's defense isn't an easy defense to digest. And so you got all these guys out here who are ready. I mean, I think it was E-Rob who pointed out or talked about Ellis. I'm sorry if it wasn't you, E. It might have been Cal, but who talked about Ellis? That was the number one guy in the country at cornerback. I'm ready to see what he got. You got Daniel Harris in front of him. I want to see what Ellis has, though. If you can't touch the field this year, then what's going to happen with you? It's going to be a lot of plays that's going to be able to be made by guys out there on the field. I'm confident in the defense, though. I feel like the defense is going to be one of our saving graces early in the SEC season because these guys have that time locked in already, and they've seen these bullets. When we go to these teams and when these teams come to us, they're going to be the more high-profile SEC teams.
I agree with all that.
Hey, Coach,
go ahead.
Just a quick thing, and I didn't realize until I actually looked at the depth chart. But you know what I'm saying? One of the things we talk about, definitely I talk about in the past, I realized we only have coming back is that jack position because I guess with Chandler's probably been in the last 2-3 years.
And we lost Damon Wilson to Mizzou.
Okay, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah. So last year, Chris Cole got some snaps there, here and there when and then we used Jalen Walker to rush the passer. He kind of played middle and jack. It just depends on the situation. But you're right, we had Chaz there for it seems like forever, and then Damon Wilson was backing him up last year, and so that's why it was important for us to go get that Elo Mendoza kid because Chris Cole, while he could come in and play, Quintavious Johnson got in there a little bit. They ain't got a lot of snaps either. It's kind of like they played last year, but like you said about the second string offensive line, they ain't got a lot of meaningful snaps other than Chris Cole. He probably got, if I had to total it up, he probably got 2 quarters worth of meaningful snaps on the whole season. So, CA, you talked about the wide receivers on the offensive side. You going with the skilled guys on the defensive side as well? Because we did lose 2 guys that's playing going to be playing on Sundays in that secondary.
We did, Coach, but I can't get past the first 4 because that's where that's where the meat gonna get made right there. To be honest with you, I think those guys have the biggest opportunity and the most to prove because I like the depth. I mean, we got a lot to like on this defense. I'm really excited about that depth. You're right. We got everything we want in the cupboard, but it's going to be about who's making plays. And I definitely expect to see turnovers and pressure, and it's going to start with that front 4 because it's a couple of guys I want to see on that second unit. We've been talking about that. We got a lot of kids, Quentin Johnson. When I look at McLeod, I want to see him. I still want to see the true freshman Elijah Griffin. I don't care how far down the depth chart he is. If I don't get what I want against Marshall, let him play. Like, we got a lot of opportunities for plays to be made. And I expect the defense to shine early, especially because when you got a strong defense, getting the tackle becomes competitive. We got a leader in C.J. Allen. I do like what we got at that middle spot because it's going to be a lot of traffic that's going to have to make sure we got flowing in the right direction. I love the talent on this defense. I think we got everything we could want, but who's going to make plays? I'm looking at that front 4. That's really going to dictate the pace of the season, in my opinion. I really feel like we got to get a lot of production from the guys on the line of scrimmage, which is very similar to the conversation we had on offense. If we don't dictate the pace at the line of scrimmage, then we're really going to be at the mercy of these other offenses. So I'm anxious to see can Jordan Hall finally give me the year he was recruited to have, and can Christian Miller stay healthy enough to be productive?
Oh, yes. And you touched on some of that up front, man, because our rush defense was not good. I'm going to say that to be nice. It was actually awful last year compared to, we was like 14th in the SEC in rush defense. So we got to get better at that. E-Rob. Who's going I get that CJ Allen is the what we would think is the leader of the defense, but last year I would say it was more so verbally Starks and Dan Jackson, and we were replacing both of them guys, man. Are you concerned at all about that other safety spot out there?
A little bit. I am a little bit concerned with Ja'Cory Thomas. You talk about a guy who's been in the program for a long time, but again, he's been around. I think he knows the defense. He should know it in and out. And I'll say this: he better make plays because he won't be out there for long. We'll just leave it at that. So with this depth chart on the defense going last, the bros didn't leave much meat on this bone. Boy, they hit it on the head. It's not much to talk about. But I did want to point out the difference between the offense and our defense is that second team. Yes, they're young, but that's this second team or the defense is I'm totally confident in. And there are 5 guys that I look at that are going to be instrumental in whether our defense is just good or back to being Georgia good. You know what I mean? So, and it's going to be 99 Joseph Jonas, whatever his name is, Xavier McLeod, Quintavious Johnson. You see a theme up front, and then Chris Cole and Ellis Robinson. Those 5 dudes, along with the guys that we have, the starting 11. If those guys can come in and make impact plays and be impact players, it's going to be hard to do anything on this defense. And again, let's go back to that theme. It's going to be 3 dudes on the second team line that are going to be everything. If you can't move us up front, we right back to doing things the junkyard dog style. You can't eat. You eat when we let you eat.
So I was taking note while you guys was giving off some good points, and I wanted to bring up a couple of things. Cal mentioned us being a top 15 defense. I hope that's where we are this year, Cal. You know why? Because last year we was a top 30 defense. We wasn't a top 15 defense in any category.
All I heard about was the offense.
So yeah, so and this is another thing I told Stat Guy. He asked me how good I thought. I said I don't think we're going to be a top 10 defense. I hope we are, but I don't think we are because of the youth. Maybe by the end of the season we can move into some of them categories. I feel like if we are top 15 defense, we back in Atlanta playing for the SEC championship again, playing for one of them top 4 seeds or whatever.
Let me ask you, Coach, what worries you most about the defense?
That's a good question. I want to know
that 2 things that I think if health in the front 4, health. That's like I don't worry about the talent. I've seen Christian Miller, take on 2 blockers and still make the tackle, but like he hasn't been the starter, so I'm interested to see once he's the starter. Last year we lost a lot of guys up for at least like we was rotating a lot of guys, but like Jordan Hall hadn't been healthy yet. He's a 3rd-year player.
True.
It's like I seen him do it, but can he stay healthy? The season getting longer and longer when you're trying to win a championship now. So while those guys are talented behind them, I'm like, can we stay healthy? If we can stay healthy, then I'm not worried about the front 4. That's my worry about in that front 4. In the back end, I'm worried about not having Starks and Dan Jackson back there. I'm being honest, like everybody we recruited has talent. Obviously, Kirby and staff wouldn't have got them, but I'm not going to act like going from All-American and then finalist for the Thorpe Award and first-round draft pick Starks, and then a 3-year starter in Dan or 2-year starter in Dan Jackson, 5-6-year player making all the right reads in the backfield, then going to somebody that really ain't never been able to get on the field at nickel or safety unless it's been some injury type situation. So that's like that kind of like I'm not worried about that middle section at all. I think the linebacker's gonna hold it down regardless of what's going on. But health in the front and then just that experience at that other safety spot, not putting too much on KJ. So hopefully, Shawty, there you go, Shawty. What you doing out there? You having some technical difficulties on me? Are you popping in, popping out? What's going on?
Hey, I got a question for the guys. Guys, that cornerback, we kind of touched on it. That cornerback opposite Dalen Everett. And it's crazy that we're talking about Dalen Everett like he's a stalwart now because we was
he is.
He is. I know. But it's crazy.
He worked his way into it.
Difference for the year. How much a difference?
Yeah, we ready to throw him away. We ready to throw him away.
He worked his way into it. He worked his way into it. You know.
What about that other corner? That's Daniel Harris. Can he? Will a year?
I'm impressed with Harris.
Yeah,
I'm impressed with his progression.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm with Shawty. I'm gonna tell you, and I know it's just G Day, and I just saw the first half because we was at the Bourbon Club for the second half. But in the first half, I can tell you this: he was always in position, and he was always low tracking that ball. You know what I'm saying? Like before, Daniel Harris can run. We already know. I wouldn't be surprised if he in that 4.39, 4.4 range when he run his 40. He can hit, but he ain't always been in the right spot, and that ain't good. But it looked like he's growing into that. And I think with Ellis, I think Ellis already had that in the coverage skills. I think where Ellis lacks and why he ain't physical enough. If you play corner for Kirby, you got to play. You got to get down and dirty in that sandbox, man.
I'm gonna tell you what's very deceptive about Harris. It's his range. Even though sometimes he may be out of phase, his recovery skills have gotten so much better. Sometimes people look like they be open, but he's so long, so rangy. He knocking ball down and being able to get the ball. So I'm just hoping he make that next step up because he's come a long way from when he was starting over. What was it, Humphreys?
When him and Humphreys, Julian Humphreys was starting in 2023, and then towards the end, he kind of got the nod and then played against.
He was getting bad because his hips. He had bad hips in the beginning. Like I was like, he might need to play safety.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
But he's not panicking no more. He's not panicking.
Yeah, he's gotten a lot better, bro. I've been watching the film throughout the year. You can't panic. I like him.
Okay. That's good. That's good news. That's what we want. Because I understand give a damn who's out there playing, but you know what I'm saying, just be great. If you're gonna be out there, be great. So.
Yeah, and we got at that linebacker spot, like I say, man. Listen, CJ Allen obviously is the leader of the linebacker room. I personally don't think top to bottom he's the most talented starter. I think Raylan Wilson is. I think Raylan Wilson is better in pass coverage, but I don't think you can beat what CJ does in that box in the run game. Raylan sometimes takes missteps.
You don't know where he's going sometimes. Raylan can be running sometimes.
But like overall, like if he can get that fixed, I feel like if Raylan can get his eyes fixed, I think sometimes his eyes be in the wrong spot. But
he be looking away.
Right. No, right. Where you going, dog? Like where you going? Watch these guards. Watch these guards. They telling you everywhere they going, dog.
They gonna take you to the ball, baby. They gonna take you to the ball. I guarantee you.
Right.
I guarantee
he might need to get with CJ and be like, "Folks."
No, it's just development.
Hey, right. I think CJ can help him in the run game, and he can help CJ in the pass game. I don't know if y'all do. Hey, man, I know y'all saw like, hey, man. When CJ was counting on to cover somebody, dog, it was questionable.
Tell me it ain't never been a time in the huddle where you ain't had to tell somebody what they might have to do.
You definitely you're gonna have to coach somebody up in there. And there's gonna be some times you're gonna ask for some coaching. I think I think they are who they are. I think Raylan is just a better athlete. And CJ is just more built to play between the big gaps. Yeah, and he's a great leader. Like he's gonna make Raylan great out there because Raylan don't need to think. You play, react. We want you to be at CJ. If he say hit that gap, close your eyes and hit that gap. Bring all hell and high water. Don't think about it. Get in there.
That's why it be 2 huddles. It be a huddle.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? That's why you got somebody out front, and that's why you got somebody listening. I done been on both sides of that. You break the huddle, you look right back. Hey, Bryce, what I got? Because I don't know nothing. Sometimes you need a little help. Get me right, coach.
And I'm gonna tell you, they'll go out there and make the play.
Oh, in the championship game against Bama.
Yeah, it puts you in the mind of 17.
No, Kobe Dean.
Yeah, Dean and Temple. You know what I'm saying? Because Temple,
man. Temple was the same way. He's just running.
Loose cannon. Yeah, just.
But it took 4 years. They got him.
It took 4 years.
He was all in the wrong spot. And the Kobe like, look, man, what is you doing?
That was I'm saying. Real talk. He need to get with CJ, or CJ need to get with him. Just real talk, cause you know your personnel at that point.
Yeah.
Every time we break, look here, folks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For real. Yeah. We need for that to have already happened. To be honest with you,
I assume that it has.
Right. You know? Exactly. Me too. Like I don't even want to be on the field if he ain't out there.
Right. Gotcha.
That worked together.
I'm definitely with that, and that was a good comparison, JV, because I think that I know they always show in the highlights the championship game, but I'm pretty sure it happened frequently throughout the season. Like, hey man, what I got? Like CA is saying, Tender, like, hey, just tell me where to go. I'm gonna go get whatever you tell me to go get, dog.
And I'm gonna get down fast.
Coach, that'll be the person that make the play. And you like, I had to tell them. And they'll go out there and make the play.
Ain't no glory for leadership, though, Sean.
Hey.
Hold on. I got a quick one.
A lot of people
look, man, hold on. I got a quick one. Dad, I've been in the huddle. Hey, folk come in the huddle. I'm like, oh, it's time to get Champ the ball. And he don't know what to do. I'm like, hey, man, you know, woo. Yeah, you turn around like this motherfucker done went 80 yards.
Didn't even know to play.
Hey, got in there and made it happen. Hey, got better from that. Better receiver I ever could have been. But hey, I'm just saying, we all play a role. Like if you
right,
ready, ask that man. Ask somebody.
RTH, run, tackle, hit. That's all you need to run, tackle, hit. That's it.
Facts, man. Real talk, ain't nothing like, the worst thing in football to have is a fast person running the wrong way.
Damn right, man. I'd rather you not be, man. Shout it, man. You need to say that again because that's
somebody else
ever right there, bro. You fast here running the wrong way, bro. That's doing us no good.
I think that means a lot in the linebacker room too, because when these guys can read and react really quickly, like a Dumas Johnson, like a CJ, that makes it look like they go. Even N'Kobe, y'all don't know if y'all remember, the 40 was terrible. The 40 was like, I want to say he was like a 4-7 or something. It wasn't good, dog. Like, but on film, you like, how's this dude running a 40 at a 4.8, 4.9, but he getting to the play because he can read and react, dog. And he's short, right, man. But that man, all some good points, man. Listen, we done ran up on our time, man. But I got one more thing for y'all. That Elo Mendoza kid that we brought in for Army. I know a lot of the sentiment in the Dog Nation is somebody posted on Twitter, how many sacks you think he gonna get? Lim, whatever. First of all, ain't nobody on the Kirby ever got Lim sacks, so let's stop that now. But my personal opinion is that he was brought in more so to set the edge because we are missing that Chaz Chambliss, Damon Wilson. We can manufacture a pass rush anyway. I mean, Jalen Walker, right.
What's my boy number 4? That he set the edge. That's what I want.
Nolan Smith. Yeah. I think he's brought in to play more of that role. I think he still have 4 or 5 sacks, but I think he brought, because again, we was not good at rushing defense last year, at least not to the Georgia standard. We always, like Shawty said, comparing ourselves to ourselves, and we did not play Georgia style defense last year. And I do think this group has the potential to get to that. Randy Payne checking in from Tifton, Georgia, saying, "Go Jaws." We appreciate you getting in, Randy.
Right, Randy.
So, E-Rob. Okay, go ahead, Steve.
I ain't mean to jump in there. I want 8 sacks out of him. I don't care what the numbers say. When you bring him in here, and then I need to get 8 here. We got 2 cupcakes off the muscle. Come on in here and get these numbers, son. What we doing? What did he have last year, Coach?
6.5.
6.5.
So what if listen? What if he give you 6, but when we play any team, if they run at him, it's a no.
Dog, that's invaluable, Coach.
I'll take that. I can't. I'm not saying that's not value. I see value in stopping the run. I see value in sacking the quarterback too. And if I can get 6 to 8 sacks out of him, I feel like it's going to free up a lot of my other guys. But I would love to see him come and be an impact player. That's really all I'm looking for. I don't know who on my defense is going to be my impact player in the front 7. We got a lot of linebackers that can do it. Is he going to be one? I just want to know.
Right. E-Rod, what about you? You want more sacks or more run stop?
Oh, man, Coach, you hit it on the head. I want him to be Nolan Smith setting that edge. Because
that's a cornerback that won't picks, man.
Hold on, man. We done sat here and talked about this for a whole hour and a half. We have to run the ball and stop the run. Everything else works after that. Once they know they can't run it, then all of a sudden them sacks start happening, bro. But if they can run it, they can throw. That's when I don't like that. If they can't run it,
I respect it.
You know what I'm saying? Then them sacks gonna come.
Right, and I honestly could see a situation where if he is doing his job in the run game like we want, I'm not saying he would come off the field, but I can see because Chris Cole is really good at rushing.
No, it'll be somebody else.
Right, I think Chris Cole could be the new Jalen Walker, but not starter. And then it's like, okay, Mendoza, I just need you on first. I need you to get them to 3rd and 9. That's what I need you to do. And however that means, and that means sacking them on first down or tackles. I think he'll have more tackles for loss than he will.
I'll take that. Hey, that's a sack to me. Anything behind the line of scrimmage, feel like a sack.
Take that. That's what I want.
So where that at? Give me some more of
that. All right, fellas. Y'all got anything else before we come up out of here? E-Rob, you got anything else before you get up out of here?
Man, I'm just excited for the season. I'm excited to be back with my bros. Y'all had me laughing today, man. Let's go, man. I can't wait till next Tuesday. I got some shit to say. Let's go.
There it is. There it is. Shout it. What you got on it, man? Tell the people where they can find you, anything you got going on, or your final thoughts on this depth chart and Gunnar Stockton era getting started.
Well, just on the Mendoza, man, to y'all point, man, I agree with y'all. I definitely think he was brought in. Just look at the body type. I think he was brought in to shore up first and second downs. And he's in a situation where you can drop him in coverage, especially on the boundary. You know what I'm saying? Things like that, short field boundaries. But I definitely think his main thing was to come in and shore up the run just because of his body frame and his body type. No, other than that, man, Respect the Hedges, man. We back in the building, man. Y'all catch us every Tuesday night at 8:00 moving forward, man. You can catch me and Cool Cal on Just My Damn Opinion Wednesday nights at 9:00, man. And with that being said, I'm happy to prove back. We good, man. Let's go.
That's right. JB, final thoughts before we get up out of here. Kate getting in and say, great show. Appreciate you getting in here, Kate.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, again, man, ain't nothing like being in the building with my bros. We done had a lot of success, guys, being on this podcast, being in this forum. We done seen a lot of positive things. And so I'm looking forward to another positive season. Even our down seasons are really good seasons.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I know I feel we are.
It went down, man. That's how people. I was just talking. Say really won. It won a down season. You won.
That's what the down season for us is.
And listen, our down seasons allow us the opportunity to win the SEC. So, and we had a lot to talk about last year. We got a lot to talk about this year, man. I just hope we come out the gate running instead of walking. We had gotten used to us coming off the bus running. And that's what I hope we get back to. And I trust in 16, man. I think that, you know what, we got the best coach in the game, no matter what social media out there saying. I think we got the best coach in the game, and I think
what they said.
Number three behind Ryan Day at ESPN.
That was like something like more. It wasn't the best coach. It was a different category. It was kind of like
it was like the best coaches.
No, it was like most active or most. It wasn't because you talking about the one where they had what's your boy from Tennessee?
Ryan Day and then Josh.
It wasn't the best coach. It was a different cat. It was like most active.
I don't care what the category.
I don't care what it is. Best coaches. I sent the article. I read the article. I sent it. I'm telling you, that's why I sent it out.
It says here ESPN ranks top 30 coaches. Football head coaches versus expectations. That's what Shawty's talking about.
What I'm saying, it was a different category. It wasn't like who the best coaches are in the game.
So they saying Heupel's done better versus his expectations.
How?
I don't know, but you know why? You know why, E-Rob? Because expectations ain't high at Tennessee. That's why.
Top 30. Okay.
That's right. At Georgia, Kirby, he's met expectations. They saying Josh Heupel's exceeded
back to back though.
But our expectations,
Lane Kiffin. What is Lane Kiffin?
So basically, they saying they don't expect for them to beat us.
Basically, that's what they're saying. They're saying that we don't expect. We expect 7-5 from 10.
My bad. You're right.
No, but you said
you're right.
We loco.
The article. Yeah, we loco.
We on loco. Hey, we on our own out here, boy.
Yeah,
hey, shout out to the Bulldog Burger Club.
Yeah.
Shout out to Moore's Hall Tailgate. Come check me out.
Well, I'm about to go back to the VIP. Oh, okay. I'm about to go to the VIP room.
Y'all missed the shout out. We finna get it, coach.
I need my apology live on air.
Hey, man, the lightning is striking out there. I don't know what's going on. It's been raining. I'm glad it waited to the end of the show. But Cool Cal, I was on you, man. I didn't know if you got your chance to say what you had to say, dog.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, Shawty, you was right on this one, man. Good job, man. You was finally right on something. But good show, fellas, man. Good show. Thanks for the fans coming out. We back. You know, y'all tune in, tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? Let's grow these likes.
Big
Go
facts,
Dogs.
big facts, man. Hey, appreciate everybody getting in. Mama say dropping all kinds of knowledge, great info, great show. UGA Dawgs. That's right. That's right. Hey, man, I just appreciate everybody getting in on whatever platform you did get in on for us tonight. It looks like E-Rob had to drop off a little early, but that's okay. And make sure y'all tuning in every Tuesday, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time for the Respect the Hedges family coming back, man. And just my damn opinion with Shawty and Cool Cal on Wednesdays at 9. Make sure y'all hitting the bell notification, man. We may pop up when you don't expect it. You know what I'm saying? Football right around the corner, fellas. Football right around the corner. While we do have Marshall that first week, there's a lot of good football. Hey, we can do a lot of scouting in the first week. You know what I'm saying? Texas got to play Ohio State. We can see out the gate what some of the competition gonna look like. You know
Listen, August 30th, August 30th, I'm locked in from 9 a.m. to midnight. That's
big
schedule.
facts.
Say that.
And to CA point, man, we got all those freshmen in the 2s and 3 spots. I want to see them. They put them out there because we got 4-5 games before they have to mess up their shirt. Let's see them.
Hey, that's how it is. That is. What? Hey, it was best Coach Caden getting in on the debate there on the ranking. We already settled it, Kate. We appreciate the help there. We appreciate that help though. Hey, but as always, man, y'all make sure y'all come
read the article, Caden.
That's right. That's right. Hey, so y'all remember, man, as always, respect these hedges and go Dogs.
Go Dogs.